Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Hassaballa, coming with another episode of the Healthcare Musings podcast. Happy to have you with me. Um, so, continuing on this series of the songs that God used to save my life after my daughter's death. Um, it goes without saying that losing a child is an unspeakable horror, and I would not wish such a horror on anyone at all. And ever since she passed away, there have always been songs that kind of uh, hit really deep. Um, and it's interesting. A lot of people don't pay attention to the lyrics of songs. I do. I mean, the songwriter writes the lyrics for a reason, um, and so I always pay attention to the lyrics because the really the song may move your body, but the lyrics, if done well, can move your soul. And one of those songs that really kind of hit home to me are two actually. There's many. There's two I'm going to talk about in this episode. The first is by Natasha Bedingfield, called "Weightless," and 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 in the show notes, the YouTube link to the song will be there, and on the actual post on my newsletter, the YouTube video will be there as well. Um, when I hear this song, uh, it's the chorus that is most poignant to me. The chorus says, "The sky is the limit, and I just want to flow, free as a spirit on a journey of hope. Cut the strings and let me go. I'm weightless, I'm weightless. Millions of balloons heading to the ground. Weight of the world tries to hold us down. Cut the strings and let me go. I'm weightless, I'm weightless." I first heard the song, interestingly, in a Disney movie. I never knew the song existed until I heard it in a Disney movie, and then I looked it up and started listening to it, and it really hit home. I couldn't help but think of my daughter Van. Um, she had a crippling genetic disorder. She was wheelchair bound before she was 10 years old. Um, she had cerebellar ataxia, so it was very difficult for her to walk. Um, and then she had really bad immunodeficiency because of the condition that she had called ataxia telangiectasia. Um, she was sick all the time, and then she got diffuse large B cell lymphoma, um, and had to undergo pretty aggressive chemotherapy, which really took a toll on her little body. When she was first diagnosed, the it was told to me later. I didn't know about it. They told me that the cancer was so widespread that the radiologist told the team, "Where is the cancer not in the body? Like, where is the cancer not present in the body?" It was everywhere, and so the poor thing had to endure. And I know she was in a lot of pain. I know it was very difficult for her, and she wouldn't say anything. But every time I would pick her up, she would just moan um, in pain. And and that last week of her life, she just had relentless fever, relentless diarrhea, and then she became septic, and then passed away. All of that really kind of weighed her down, right? Uh, and so when I hear Natasha Bedingfield sing "Cut the Strings and Let Me Go," it just reminds me how much she was weighed down by illness, how much all of that, the physical disability, then the immunocompromise, and this cancer, and the chemotherapy, and the constant rounds, and you, you know, you look at if you look at pictures now of her about a month before she passed, or maybe 2 weeks before she passed away, you could just tell she was just miserable. Right? We were excited to be being done with chemotherapy, but you could just tell that she was really miserable. Um, you know, so when I hear Natasha say "cut the strings and let me go," um, when she passed, all of that weight was lifted. Right? She was finally light as a feather, as the song says, carefree and weightless. Weightless, all of the weight of this world was immediately lifted, and she just flew back up to her Lord. The problem was that she left a father behind, devastated by her loss. She left a father heartbroken that he could no longer um, see her smiling face, that he could no longer be with her, that enjoy the time together. She was my firstborn. She was, she showed me what divine love was all about. Um, and she left me truly, truly heartbroken. And 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 that brings to mind another song uh, called "The Owner of a Lonely Heart" by Yes. It's a song that I grew up with, and that I enjoyed listening to when I was a kid. Um, and again, the chorus, it's just like it goes straight to the truth of what I'm living in. The chorus is, the owner of a lonely heart, and then they say, much better than an owner of a broken heart. And he cannot be more correct. You know, growing up, I remember what it was like to be the owner of a lonely heart. It was hard being lonely, especially in college. Um, it's difficult. I know a lot of people struggle with loneliness. A lot of physicians struggle with loneliness in the inpatient setting. Um, that's nothing compared to being the owner of a broken heart. Um, it's so hard every day having to deal with with the loss of your child. Um, some days are good, other days are not good, right? Some days it hurts a lot, other days it hurts less. But it is, having your heart broken and devastated by the loss of a child is something that is definitely not easy. There's no question that I've had good times after her death, that I've been blessed with so much, and I thank the Lord every single day for everything He's given me. Um, and at the same time, He knows that the pain will never go away. He knows that every time I think of how weightless she is now, how much she's enjoying being in the Lord's garden, free of everything, happy. Um, it's it's just hard. It's hard. It's hard not you know um, sometimes, because the pain um, is so difficult. So you know I miss her so much, and I can't wait to see her again. And so I know the Lord knows, and I pray to Him, Lord my God, I ask for your love, I ask for your grace, I ask for your mercy, and I ask for your comfort, because without it, beautiful Lord, I would be completely crushed under the weight of her loss. Thank you for your time and attention. This is Dr. Hashem Hassaballa for the Healthcare Musings podcast.